Parker, members of the City Council. This project involves the renovation of Fire Station number 68 and the expansion of the parking lot for the fire station. Fire Station 68 is located at 8602 Bissonet at South Gessner, at the northwest corner of the intersection of South Gessner and Bissonet. Currently, fire trucks must back into the fire station from Bissonet, which requires fire station personnel to be on the street to stop traffic on Bissonet in order to position the trucks across the street to back into the station. The expansion of the parking lot will add parking spaces for fire station personnel's personal vehicles and open up space to allow the fire trucks to drive through the fire station by entering through the north, which is at the back of the station, and exiting through the south at the front of the fire station. This will improve safety conditions for the fire station personnel and for the public driving on Bissonet and South Gessner. As part of the project, the Houston Fire Department must take approximately 0.2125 acres of the park. Section 26.001 of the Texas Parks and Wildlife Code provides the city may not approve any program or project for the use or taking of land designated as park land unless, after a public hearing, its governing body determines that 1, there is no feasible and prudent alternative to the use or taking of park land, and 2, the program or project includes all reasonable planning to minimize harm to the parkland. Since there is no space available to expand the parking lot within the fire station property, and there is no feasible and prudent alternative to the taking of a portion of the park in the project, the Houston Fire Department, the General Services Department, and the Parks and Recreation Department have worked together to ensure that the project has minimal impact on the park. As part of the project, a new sidewalk entry from the parking lot will be constructed, and a dumpster will be relocated to the other end of the parking lot. Next week, City Council will be asked to consider an ordinance making the findings necessary for the Houston Fire Department to take a portion of the park for the project.
Mayor and members of the City Council, Fire Glen Park consists of approximately 12.9 acres located at 9510 South Gessner. The park is in City Council District J. Mike Lassiter, council member. The park amenities include a playground, walking trail, and the Lee LeClaire Tennis Center. Parks and Recreation Department has worked with the Houston Fire Department and the General Services Department to determine that there is no reasonable and prudent alternative to the use of a portion of the park for the project and to minimize the impacts to the park. The project will improve safety conditions for the fire station personnel and for the public driving on Bissonet and Gessner with minimal impacts to the park. The benefits to the park will include the construction of a new gateway sidewalk entry from the parking lot and then the relocation of the dumpster to the other end of the parking lot. Thank you.
Chair recognizes Councilman Lassiter.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Thank you, Chief. We appreciate you coming forward and making this information available to the public. Director, exactly how much footage will be coming out of the park area itself? Can you relay that information to us? And you don't have any particular drawings or to show us at this point in time, do you?
The space coming out is 0.2125 acres of the park.
And that will come off on, I guess, the northern fence line of the fire station.
Correct. It's basically a rectangle.
In addition to, or as a playoff between the taking of the property, the amenities that will be added to the park will include, reset that.
The biggest change that we'll do, we will be relocating the dumpster from where actually how you entered the park now to the other end of the park. And then in the existing entry during the construction, a new gateway entry will be created to enter the park on the south end of the park. And that's a precursor to us coming back here within the next year, best I remember, with the parking lot upgrade and the parking lot as far as the CIP project.
That parking lot and the lighting, as far as the tennis center, is already on the CIP process.
Correct.
And I believe you and I have been working together to try to find some other amenity opportunities within the park itself. Is that correct?
Certainly have, Councilman.
Chief, I want to thank you. I've taken an opportunity to visit with the community to let them know what's happening in the park. The Director Turner will let you know that of the 11 parks in District J, our community really uses each of those parks significantly. And this park is quite a family park. The community has a great good feel for the work that you do there at Station 68. And we want to continue to send our condolences to the fire department for their loss last year. And we know that the community is going to be looking forward to working not only with the fire department, but with the parks department to make this an even more operational fire station, but an even more beautiful park. Thank you.
Thank you.
Other questions or comments from council members? Seeing none, if you gentlemen will get back. No one signed up to address council for this public hearing, but I want to give the opportunity for someone in the audience who came specifically to address this reallocation of parkland. Seeing no one, I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Favoring, opposed, motion carries.